Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So a lot of new details are coming out about the Alec Baldwin shooting of cinematographer Halyna Hutchins on the set of Rust. So in my last couple of videos, I've been detailing how the three people involved, Alec Baldwin, the producer and actor who shot the gun, Hannah Reid, who was the armorer and responsible for the props and the guns on the set, and Dave Hall's the assistant director. I've detailed how these three are all potentially liable in a civil case and criminal case for the death of Halyna Hutchins. And in this one, a few more details have come out about Dave Hall's, the assistant director, and the man who handed Alec Baldwin the gun and called out that it was a cold gun, meaning it should not have been loaded with real ammunition. So CNN has posted this one and it says, assistant director on Rust was subject of complaints dating back to 2019. So an assistant director on the film set of Rust was the subject of complaints over safety and his behavior on set during two productions in 2019. Two people who worked closely with him tell CNN. The complaints against assistant director Dave Halls include a disregard for safety protocols for weapons and pyrotechnics use, blocked fire lanes and exits, and instances of inappropriate sexual behavior in the workplace. Halls was identified in court documents as the assistant director who handed Alec Baldwin a prop firearm, which when fired struck cinematographer Halyna Hutchins with a live round. Hutchins was later pronounced dead at a New Mexico hospital. Here's the claim from one of the workers who was on another set previously. So Maggie Gold, an IATSE local Prop 44 prop maker. IATSE, they are Property Craftspersons Union, looks like, and they're responsible for special effects, sets, decorations, and props and all that. So she said in a statement to CNN that while working on Hulu's Into the Dark anthology series in February and May of 2019, Halls neglected to hold safety meetings and consistently failed to announce the presence of a firearm on set to the crew, as is protocol. He didn't tell them it was on the set. Quote, the only reason the crew was made aware of a weapon's presence was because the assistant's prop master demanded Dave acknowledge and announce the situation each day. What? She adds that the prop master would announce each day when a gun would be required on camera, the disposition of that weapon, whether it was a rubber, plastic replica, a non-firing option, or a cold functional, but unloaded option, allowing anyone to inspect said weapon prior to bringing it to set and presenting it to the talent. The prop master frequently admonished Dave for dismissing the talent without returning props, weapon included, or failing to make safety announcements. Dismissing the talent without returning the props, weapons included. Holy Jesus, what are you doing? Gold's statement also describes an instance where a licensed pyrotechnician had a medical emergency on set and Halls asked her to continue with the shoot. This dude's insane, man. I told him they're free to film whatever they want, but that there would be no fire or sparks, etc. until the medic, fire safety officer, and all of my crewmates were safely back on set. Halls did not respond to CNN's request for comment Saturday night about Gold's allegations against him. Obviously not, because they're still ongoing with the current Rust investigations, so he wouldn't want to implicate himself anymore with prior allegations. So he's already had a history of this stuff, stuffing around with props and guns on the set and not announcing that there was actually guns on the set, allegedly. A crew member who also worked in the productions but requested not to be named for fear of retaliation corroborated Gold's accounts. So anonymous source, so take it with a grain of salt, says that when Halls did hold safety meetings, they were short and he was dismissive, saying the guns used would be the same as the production always uses, and questioning why they'd have to hold the meetings in the first place. Why are we even having safety meetings? That's what allegedly he said. The crew member also said Halls complained about having a gun cleared or inspected by a licensed professional on the set, such as an armorer, for a scene where an actress would aim the gun to her own head and pull the trigger. What? Gold and the other crew member told CNN of another instance where Halls insisted on continuing filming on location while a storm hit, where electrical lights were touching mud, wires were exposed to the rain, and crew members feared for their safety. So this speaks perfectly to all the cut corners that we've heard about on Alec Baldwin's set of Rust, how they wanted to cut costs by having all the crew travel 50 miles from Albuquerque every day to the set while working 13-hour days, being absolutely exhausted. The claim that he might not have even checked the gun before he gave it to Alec Baldwin. Well, he clearly didn't. He said he gave him a cold gun when it definitely was loaded with live ammunition. So this adds more weight to the allegation of negligence because he didn't check the gun and he even complained about clearing them on previous sets. So on the allegations of sexual misconduct, Gold said she did not file a complaint but says that on my first day back on the series, another crew member told me to watch out for Dave, saying he was too physically familiar with the crew. Nothing too extreme, but crew members of all genders and dispositions were being made uncomfortable by Dave's touches on their backs, waists, and shoulders, allegedly. Gold said at the time she called a production safety line and complained internally to Blumhouse Productions executive producers in person. She also said that she informed the Directors Guild of America regarding unsafe persons. So to my knowledge, nothing was done after my complaints. So this CNN article adds weight to the claims that the gun was not checked prior to giving it to Alec Baldwin for the scene where he shot and killed Halyna Hutchins, the cinematographer on the set of Rust. He complained about clearing a gun to make sure it wasn't loaded before an actress had a scene where she would put the gun to her head. He was careless about safety on set when there were storms hitting and electrics could have been damaged in the process, and allegedly consistently failed to announce the presence of a gun on the set, as is protocol, and he didn't do that. So I'm sure more information will come out, as it is happening every single day in this case, and I'll let you know more as it comes forward. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Be sure to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, share this one out, and I'll see you in the next one.